Has this ever happened to you? Don't you hate it when you just can't seem to get the vinyl off of your weeding tool? Those little pieces just won't come off, and even when they do, they end up sticking to everything else. Good luck getting those off of there. What if I told you there's a better way? Welcome to Tricky Projects.
Sorry.
So my partner recently told me about a problem she's been having in her work, and, well, I'll let her tell it.
Adhesive vinyl is sticky on one side, like glue sticky, like tape, and then the other side is like static sticky. So when you're working with it and weeding it, it sticks to everywhere that you don't want it to stick. It'll stick to my mat and I can't lift it off. It'll stick to my weeding tool and I can't take it off. So it just ends up all over the place. The design has to be like clean in order for it to look like what I want it to look like. And when I have little teeny pieces all over the place, it just makes it messier and harder to work with and ultimately more frustrating. There are some tools out there that are supposed to help with it. It looks like a ring that you put on and it's got just like a little small silicone container type thing. But for bigger projects, when there's gonna be more vinyl, that just doesn't really work. And emptying out the vinyl eventually is really difficult. So what I pictured is almost like a mini trash can, like a small cylinder that has, I guess, like a star or like pointy spikes almost to where I can poke my tool, and when I pull the tool out, the vinyl will stay in the can and my tool will come off clean. A lot of people will sometimes use like a recycled Clorox wipe can, because the top is empty and like where you would normally pull and tear the wipes through, you can put the vinyl through and then pull out your weeding tool and it kind of does the same thing. It accomplishes the same task.
Now that sounds like something I can work with. I took a look at one of these things and said, yeah, I can make something like that. So I hopped on into Tinkercad, threw some shapes together, and this is what I came up with. This is my original design for a weeding tool trash can. It's basically just a cylindrical container with a threaded lid on top. The lid, though, has an 8-pointed star-shaped hole with long, slender arms for dragging the tip of the weeding tool through, removing any vinyl pieces. The version I'm showing you and the one I've uploaded is slightly updated from the prototype I'm about to show you, but the differences are very, very minor. That being said, let's go ahead and print this thing. It honestly turned out even better than I expected it to. The threading is a little tighter than I'd like it to be, but it was my first time designing something from scratch with threads, so I don't feel that bad about it. For some reason, I made the threaded part of the can way too tall, but I think it makes it visually more interesting than if it was just a flush cylinder. During the print, the bottom lifted and warped a little bit, and there are a few tiny imperfections here and there, but we value function over fashion here on Tricky Projects, and I'm not looking to waste all this material over some minor cosmetic issues. With that being said, let's go see what she thinks.
This is perfect. I mean, I can push the vinyl through the center, and when I need it to come off of my tool, I can just drag my tool into the edge and it'll pull the vinyl off and leave it in a contained space. So cleanup is super easy, and when I'm ready to throw everything away, I can just take the top off and dump my vinyl into the trash can. So it saves a lot of time, saves a lot of frustration. This is exactly what I needed it to be.
And there you have it. Sounds like a problem solved to me. What a great ending to our first ever video on this new channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, you obviously liked the video, so why don't you let us know by clicking that like button and subscribing to the channel while you're down there. I'm excited to keep making this type of content now that I have a specific place for it. So don't forget to click the bell icon to make sure you don't miss any other projects I take on in the future. That's it for me. Stay handy, my friends.